Mike says, I'm confident that my front derailleur is set up properly, but I still dropped my chain a few weeks ago on a rough road. Should I be using a chain catcher? Installing a chain catcher is one of the cheapest and easiest ways to eliminate a drop chain between the small chainring and the frame. Over the years, I've seen plenty of bikes bearing the scars of a drop chain, which can actually damage the integrity of carbon frames around the bottom bracket area. Never a good thing. The consequences aren't as high with an alloy frame, but nonetheless, a chain catcher will keep the frame damage-free and looking good. All chain watchers are easy to install, and most of them are fastened with one bolt. SRAM has even gone as far as integrating a chain watcher, which they call the chain spotter, into their front derailleur bolt, making for a very clean and effective setup. With the SRAM chain spotter, all you have to do is replace the derailleur bolt with the integrated version of the bolt and then add the chain spotter, which sits over the outside of the bolt. The only thing to watch is that the tab on the curved spacer is oriented down to allow for the adjustments of the chain spotter. You'll have to readjust the front derailleur after replacing the bolt, which we've covered in other videos. Once adjusted, shift the bike into the small chainring and the largest cog in the rear. Now we can place the chain spotter over the bolt and attach it with the additional bolt provided. I like to barely snug up the bolt using a 2.5mm Allen wrench and then use the same wrench to adjust the distance of the chain watcher in relation to the chain. Use the same 2.5mm Allen to move the chain spotter as close to the chain as possible without rubbing. Once the chain spotter is where you want it, tighten it down securely so that it doesn't rattle loose and fall off. Although the SRAM chain spotter can be used with non-SRAM derailleurs, there are other options as well, such as the K-Edge Pro Braze-On chain catcher. The setup process for these chain watchers is very similar to the SRAM chain spotter. Just replace your current front derailleur bolt and spacer with those provided in the K-Edge kit and then adjust the front derailleur as you normally would. Once the derailleur is set, put the chain catcher over the bolt and then use the secondary bolt to hold the catcher in place. Again, I like to just snug the bolt up, then set the distance between the catcher and the chain, then tighten it down securely. If your bike doesn't have a Braze-On style front derailleur, I recommend using the SRAM Braze-On adapter and the SRAM chain spotter. The Braze-On adapter has a support tab built into it and offers a clean setup when done. If installed properly, a chain catcher will make drop chains a thing of the past and provide added security and confidence when shifting into the small chain ring. It's definitely worth it to save your frame, and it may even save a ride or two without you even knowing it. If you want your question asked on Ask a Mechanic presented by Cyclery, send your inquiry to webletters@competitorgroup.com.